Billion years ago. 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 Billion years ago.
Have you been thinking about getting into podcasting? Or what about the music industry? Have you been thinking about going that direction? If you have, and you're still on the fence, then come check out our new podcasts. One being The BZB Show, another one being The Big BZB Show, and a premiere that we have only exclusively on Podbean, which is Real Talk with B. Come check us out, and this is B, and I'll be waiting for you.
This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing on.
Man ain't willing to die for freedom. He's just taking up
space. Hey everybody, this is B, and you are listening to The Big BZB Show, and we're super excited about today's episode. I am. It's kind of off subject, but on subject all at the same time, so I really hope that it's something that you are going to enjoy, and maybe it's something that you'll even come back and listen to again. I don't know. Nonetheless, thank you again for coming here, and thank you again for, well, just being you, because without you, there would be no us. So let's listen to a little bit of in-house beat making, loop mixing, however you want to put it. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't kind of stuff. Here's some of my newer mix.
Billion years ago. 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 Billion years ago.
Slid in your hug. Slid in your. 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 Slid in your hug.
Ain't that how it went? I can't remember how it went. I just saw that the other day. I told my kids, I said, look at that show. I said, you think they'd play that today? They'd probably ban it somehow. They would probably get banned because it was promoting some kind of hate towards somebody. Or at least that's what they'd say. Anyways, I'm glad you came over here. Yes, we do talk about music, and yes, we play some music, but this is more of a adventurous personal journey, personal journal journey, or however you want to put it. We are following me, B. If you're new, we're following me into my dreams, my passions of being in music and audio. Whether that's the simplest things as voiceovers, which are accessible, but very overflowing with talent, and good talent at that. So I got to work on my voice some more. As you can tell, I don't really have that big of a voice. I don't have a real dominant, deep voice. I don't have that. I kind of got a more, I don't know, higher pitch. Like, I can really go with some high notes. I'm not going to do it to you right now, because I don't want to blow your ears up. Or if you're sitting there drinking out of a glass cup, or you're in your car right now, I don't want to blow the windows out, because I'm liable to crack them. But I got some high notes that I can really sit there and hold there for a minute. So that might be, maybe, a good little way for me to go. I don't know. I'm not too for sure. This is the beginnings of what I hope to be a great relationship between me and you, the listener. And I hope that we grow together. And hopefully this is something that you're interested in. So if you are, go check out all the episodes. Try to start off from the very bottom, the very oldest, and work your way up. I don't know if it's that way on your platform. That's the way it's supposed to be set up. It's supposed to be my oldest one first, because this is a series. It's a series following me into this crazy world. And so far, we're alright. I do got some exciting news, though, that I have not been over here to share with you in a while. I almost thought about doing a live, but I'm not having very good luck with lives over here, so it is what it is. So I figured I might as well at least put out this recording here. I got a little bit of working on my beginning, my intros and stuff, but yeah, the news. I got some exciting news. So I got on, of course, all the programs that I speak about, all the product that I speak about. As of this moment in time of the recording, I do not get any kind of promotional kickback. I don't get any money from any of these companies to share their names, to say who they are, to talk about using them. I don't get anything from them. Only thing I do get is what Spreaker seems to hand out through the putting ads in my podcast. So I want to make sure that I'm 100% clear with each and every one of you of how this works and where I am getting financially aided at. And right now, the only financial that I get is Spreaker, and it's paying me for the positions of all the ads that you hear. And with that being said, also, I want to say sorry, but not sorry. Sorry for all the ads. First of all, the ads are necessary for multiple reasons, but main reason is this costs money, what you're listening to. It costs money for me to get out here and put this either out here in the atmosphere. It pays for space for it to sit. You have to pay for all of it. I mean, the equipment, it costs, all my equipment together, you know, that costs a good grand. It has to be paid for somehow. And once it is paid for, great. I am down with that. Like, for real down for it. But until then, we do have to take in some kind of money. Some kind of financial backing is kind of necessary. Whether it comes from you all, which I do have that out here. So if maybe you're interested in financially backing us, I am super excited that you are willing to do that, and I'm very appreciative at that point of it too, because that's an honor for me to be able to do something and it be promoted through y'all financially, like, send money in. That's dope, and I am forever grateful for the ones that do that. If you are interested in doing that, I do have a Patreon. I do have a crowdfunding campaign. As far as I know, the only way I can access it is through Podbean. That's podbean.com. Their hosting site, my other hosting site. They host that one that's Patreon podcast I got. It's called the Big BZB Show Podcast. So that's there. Then the second one is also on the same hosting site, Podbean. We have the BZB Real Talk show. So those two shows, if you're interested in more of my background, more of my current state, more of my personal day-to-day living life as it is, being newly single, newly separated, newly divorced from a marriage of 15 years, and now in my mid to late 30s, trying to recalibrate, reassess, and re-navigate this crazy ass journey that we got going on here. And so, with that being said, if you're interested in any of those, go check them out. My premiere show, which is on Podbean, it's a premiere channel. It's called the Be Real Talk Show. It's like $25 one time, and that lasts for the lifetime of that show. So, super cheap, really, if you think about it. Definitely considering all the content that you're going to get there. I do lives. I don't do as many lives over here on Spreaker. I did 2 lives on each of my hosts. And, well, my last host, not only grew in my number of people coming over, like it went from 17 to like 20 or 7. Went from 7 to 20 people coming in, to where I made not anything on my first live to $5 on my second live. So that's my second ever. So that's a pretty good, like, I think that's one of the best that, well, honestly, I could have done. Right? Thank you. Yeah, for real. Like, second ever, never promoted. I've never pushed this show. I've never pushed any of my shows on any platform. Right now, though, I am starting with one of my shows over on Facebook, and it's running through one of my Facebook pages, and I'm running on Instagram. So I'm throwing this stuff out there, trying to get people to come over, listen, follow me journey-wise, and we'll see what happens. What's crack-a-lacking? How it's gonna roll? Tootsie roll. Let me see that Tootsie roll. To left, to left. Sorry. Whoa, that was like middle school for me. Wow. And I can still remember it. Ain't that something? Man, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Anyways, sorry about that. Left field. Forgot where I was at. Sidetracked. You know the deal. Just like always. So, where are we? What are we up to with our journey? We're into songwriting, right? And so we had to pick a category, a genre, a direction we wanted to go. So what direction did we want to go? Well, you tell me. Where was it that you was wanting to go with your song? How was it? How was it going to get to that point? So my journey being, I want to go into like I'm saying new metal. I'm going new metal. It's leaning more towards rap. So if you're not familiar with, I know you know what rap is. If you don't know what rap is, you've been under a rock for 40 years. Or even longer than that. Way longer than that. Anyways, you've been under a rock 40, 50 years. You don't. And really, you probably don't even have an interest in any of the things that we talk about on here. I mean, I'm just going to be real about it. If that's the way you be, then that's the way you be. But anyways, so new metal. If you're not familiar with new metal, and that's been a sect of rock now since early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere in there is where that falls into place. I don't know technically the date of new metal, when it came to be, but let's see. I was in high school what does it take? 4 years to get through high, right? So 4 years in high, I graduated that year So